because here they are at winners finals, uncontested. But
so far, the hypotheses have been disproven about the combination that's going to take to beat this team. So I'm definitely interested to see how this goes. I would honestly give the advantage to our first seed here in Xzax and Rice just because of their experience teaming together. I think they're going to have a little bit more coordination and cohesion than the green team. Although, to counter that, I actually do think that both members of the green team are individually better dubs players. And so even without specific synergy with each other, their just general knowledge of positioning in the dubs meta is going to allow them to get similar amounts of follow-ups and team pressure, just because they already know what they're supposed to be doing without having to have to practice with each other. And right there we see Shaky knows exactly what he's doing on his own.
I mean, there is something to be said, though, of just good old-fashioned synergy. I mean, we're talking about Rice and Xzax. This is a team that took Zero and Nairo to Game 3 at Genesis 4. Like, they are a force to be reckoned with. Oh! That was disgusting, and at the same time, Trevonte was yelling, "Why are you so bad at connecting that?" but then it still worked. And Shaky yelling, "I still got it."
And that's why I say, man, Nessa's Unfair is just Mario's up smash in the air.
I've been
just
saying
like Mario,
that.
you just keep doing it.
You just keep doing it. Why not? It frame traps with itself.
Oh my goodness! Right now, the red team's struggling to find their footing a little bit right now. Fox definitely with a really poor disadvantage state, and Shaky and Trevonte both very keen to take advantage of that. I think they're comfortable working around Rice too, but Fox is definitely going to be the preferred target, especially for these two edge guarding teams.
I like that little bit of outspacing there, charging that F smash just out of reach of Shaky's falling fair.
Yeah, Shaky can't be too happy about that. Did kind of set himself up. And the reset starting.
That was a little bit of some gross stuff going there, but Trevonte makes it back on stage to stop it.
Yeah, I don't even think that's practice, but really good awareness from Rice, recognizing the fair is what's necessary to get the reset and continue that combo. A lesser Mario maybe just there.
Yeah. But Rice is no lesser Mario. Ooh, that bounce
lasts so long.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Rice still alive, but
it's
right
just so hard to get back.
How do you get back on this, man? But Xzax is actually a player that it's interesting because Shaky, while being essentially undefeated against Xzax in bracket, right? On the other hand of the equation, though, Xzax is extremely positive against Trevonte. I believe their set count is like 11-3 Xzax's favor. It's something absurdly big.
Yeah, it's very nice. Despite Trevonte seeming to have a better handle on the people that Xzax himself struggles with, like Shaky and Cosmos, in the actual head-to-head, Xzax does seem to have a pretty strong hold on what Trevonte is trying to do to him. So yeah, their set record is a 7-3 lifetime.
7-3, okay.
7-3 favor of Xzax, yeah. But Trevonte, statistically, is still a little bit higher rated of a player in spite of their head-to-head results. And the falling, you rarely actually see Trevonte connect the grab off of that, but he goes for it quite a bit. Either falling up air to grab or falling up air to down smash, depending on what he thinks you're going to do.
Like that option coverage right there, right?
Needles and then Shaky on the top platform.
To catch the jump.
Yeah,
because
there's nowhere from go. There's nowhere from go. You can't get up against Needles. You can't roll against Needles.
Yeah.
You can't neutral get up, and Shaky has a jump cover. There's literally nowhere to go.
Yeah, like it covers all of your options. That is disgusting.
That's what I'm saying is like, Shaky and Trevonte didn't need to discuss that. Like they didn't need to talk it. They knew. No, yeah, exactly. And that's so despite not having practice or specific synergy with each other, like they just know how dubs works, and it looks like they're in the position for follows because they know what the other character can do. It might be a different story if say, they were a little bit weirder characters. If it was like a ZSS or something instead of a Ness.
Yeah.
But the relative simplicity of the follow-ups they're looking for, Shaky's trying to up air. That's literally like if Trevonte gets a grab, Shaky's trying to up air. That's literally it. And then just positioning around the knowledge of that follow-up that he's looking for is all they really need.
And Xzax going ZSS. I'm gonna be honest. I literally did not know he had a Zero suit.
It's one of his preferred characters in friendlies. Like probably one of the most top 5 common characters I'd say he plays. Although I'm surprised we're not seeing this Falco after the impressive performance he put on recently.
I mean, if I had to guess the reason why he jumped off fonts to ZSS, I'm gonna guess it's the recovery factor because this is fighting against Trevonte. So going to Falco
and Shaky. Let's not understate the quality of Shaky's edge play. Like you don't just learn.
That was 4 throws in Ness up air. That was so gross. That was a 50-50 in itself, right? Because you had to guess whether he was going to let it rip the moment you touch the ground or if he was going to wait for the air dodge. Like that was a mix-up situation. That wasn't just like, oh man, why did you air dodge into the ground? Like that was ambiguous.
I want to get hyped for these sick, shaky setups.
But I've seen them so often.
Yeah, I've been hit by so many of them. It just upsets me.
Oh, you personally, yeah. Surely you have some camaraderie then for these poor innocent. Okay, I think that makes up for it. They both died early to up B. I think that's fine.
Trevonte is always insisting that Mario is in the same category as like VSS and Meta Knight being talked about up air to up B confirmed. You're dead at 40.
I mean, it is terrifying. Like,
right through
there are two types of people: the people who hold their breath when a Mario is connecting up B, and the people that don't. And you know what the difference is? One group of that people have died at like 60% to Mario up B, and the other one hasn't yet. Yet they're going to.
You're trying to, Rice rather, trying to find some grounding, but
just a run up slap chop, just gonna close out the stock.
Honestly, like this game is really just coming down to the difficulty of getting back against these two players. The ledge and offstage play is really just making nightmares scenario. Rice is holding himself pretty well on the ground. I think Xzax is falling behind a little bit too in terms of his 1v1s. I haven't really seen him get too much mileage off anything. Not too bad of a combo right there, but only gonna get a little bit of percent tacked on to Trevonte. Still nowhere near a kill unless we see some kind of crazy
Ooh,
but
what a nice back air on top of that back throw.
that was very juicy, but
ooh, that fair was neat. And another one. Double dipping with that fist right there.
These angles are very clean from Rice right now. Okay. We're definitely seeing that the red team has well within the capacity to take this. They're a world-class doubles team.
Yeah.
You know, without any kind of question. But the question is, can they actually manage to close this out before the Sheik Nest nonsense comes back in full force?
Yeah, the weight of their punishes, where once they get in, like they end lives.
Really interesting throw choice right there from Shaky, opting not to go Trevonte. Although actually, I'm not sure. I think back throw couldn't do it.
I think he was expecting like maybe a Trevonte double jumping up and up airing or one.
Yeah,
that potential open.
Trevonte needed to go in, or maybe like jump bouncing fish over.
Yeah.
For the up throw follow up, and Xzax actually not the worst 2v1 character just because of the size and speed of her the size of her moves and her ability to get out of a lot of sticky situations. Not having a real grab though is a bit of a.
I mean, it's so hard to get anything off of a grab in a 2v1 to begin with.
Exactly, but you know, people do run up shield a lot in 2v1, so if you have a quick enough grab that can throw towards the other opponent and keep them off you,
oh yeah,
it can definitely be pretty beneficial. The VSS not.
I
want to go for some of these things.
Throwing one enemy into another one is one of the most satisfying things with that bouncing fish just sailing right over the down smash.
It's bouncing fish and needles are. So this is kind of going back to what I was talking about the very first game. That makes Sheik so frustrating to play against in doubles is just that she's not like killing you with a single random hit like a Ness up air, but she's literally always there.
Yeah.
There's nowhere you can go or be where Trevonte cannot decide to go be as well immediately, or at least send a hitbox.
Yeah.
It
just has presence across the entire horizontal plane.
Exactly. So you know, literally you can't go for a hard reactable move on the opposite end of the stage because you will get bouncing fish out of it. You know, if you're trying to say you're Ike, right? You're trying to charge a neutral B at the ledge as Shaky recovers. You're just gonna get bouncing fish.
Yeah.
There's no throwing the Sheik away and then doing something. She's just there.
Yeah.
And okay. Now we hop into the next game. Ooh, already in hostage position.
Yeah, Xzax opting to go back to his Fox. I mean, that previous game wasn't too bad. I mean, once one member dies in either team, I reckon the 2v1 is going to become disgusting.
Yeah.
So like what ended up happening is it went down to one stock on one team first. So it wasn't even that it wasn't close. It's just that one of them happened to take a stock first.
That's just the way everything crumbles sometimes.
Yeah.
This crazy game that we play.
Back.
I was psychologically, it's often, from what I've seen, not too great to switch characters and push back within a single set. It usually kind of leaves you, you know, it sort of interrupts the warm-up you would have gotten from the previous game. You can feel a little bit cold, and also it just kind of indicates that you're not totally feeling comfortable with what you're doing in general. Like, changing your character can be a really big sign of just a general discomfort with the person you're playing against.
Oh man, and that was so close to being a gimp on Shaky. I don't know if you noticed, but Rice actually upbeat through the PK Thunder 1, but he still caught Shaky in the resulting hits, saving his life.
Those
oh
are
my
kind of
God, that conversion is so clean. Just from halfway across the stage, recognizing the fact that Trevonte did land, I believe, a back air.
Nice.
God.
Just having none of it.
Every single time. That looks so vicious. I've seen that thing for 2 years now, and it still makes me cringe.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing about Rice. Is he covers one option, but he makes it count.
Oh man, really, PK? I mean, that's kind of the difference, I guess, of these two players. It's like you see the PK Thunder's just like, really, again? We're just gonna see more people die to this move. When does it end?
Rice almost baited off that PK fire conversion. Luckily, he was able to escape, but we see that PK Thunder literally, if you're not in position for the combo, just send a hitbox to where you need the combo to continue.
To just make sure that the opponent has to disengage, has to air dodge. They can't really punish you as clean as they'd like.
Great stuff from Trevonte, by the way, protecting Shaky as he upbeat over the ledge, not letting anyone find a landing from the front.
We're on, and already red team is on their last stock actually. Like this went from a 2-stock victory, like a barely 2-stock victory, into a 4-stock. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, the camera wasn't on Kelso, so you audience, you can see